Yo, what's good YouTube? ZAMCRO here, aka Scoot, back with the farm. We have Season 2 playoffs. We've got Round 1, where we have our rematch versus the San Antonio Espurrs, coached by Slayer. So, Slayer's had a fantastic season. I believe he finished 8-4, or something along the lines of that. Same as us, pretty much. A little bit different differential. I think he might have been even higher than us, to be honest. Anyways, he's got a team consisting of Mega Aerodactyl, Clefable, Cabalion, Manaphy, the Raikou, Swampert, Tangela, Empoleon, Gengar, Entei, Dragonite, and the Volibee. We have Mega Alakazam, Celesteela, Hydreigon, Nidoqueen, Greninja, Comfey, Suicune, Decidueye, Oricorio, all forms, Mega Charizard X, and the Yanmega. So, yeah, pretty interesting matchup. Last time we brought the exact same squad, except we had a little bit different coverage and EVs and spreads on certain Pokemon. I think the only Pokemon that's exactly the same is the Decidueye. Otherwise, there are minor adjustments to make the team just a little bit better, including coverage on Mega Alakazam and turning Celesteela into an all-out offensive setup sweeper. Yeah, we're rocking the Autotomy Celesteela. First of all, we've got Mega Alakazam with Taunt, Psychic, and Focus Blast being our three main moves, and then our last move being Recover, so that we can get a little bit of health back if we need it against certain mons, or if we predict a switch or something like that. Trace ability is fantastic versus my opponent. I can get the Unaware ability from Clefable or Magic Guard. I can get, I guess it's not too great. Multi-Scale from Dragonite. Regenerator from Tangela. I guess that's about it. Otherwise, though, I guess it's still okay. Celesteela, Autotomize, Fly, Heavy Slam, and Earthquake. With the Flying EMZ, can potentially pick off some weakened threats, get a Beast Boost, and then go from there. Next up, we have Nidoqueen, which is primarily specially defensive, but mixed defense at best. Yeah, definitely. We're rocking the Stealth Rock, Poison Jab, Earthquake, and Ice Punch, and got the Sheer Force ability with the Black Sludge item. Greninja is Choice Scarf with the Torrent ability, U-Turn, Surf, Dark Pulse, and Ice Beam, pretty much self-explanatory. Modest enough speed to outpace modest max speed Choice Scarf Raikou, as well as modest Choice Scarf Gengar, so on and so forth. Next we have a defensive Suicune, switches into Entei, Dragonite, Mega Aerodactyl, so on and so forth. Scald, Ice Beam, Roar, and Protect. Didn't really see a need for like Sub or Calm Mind or Toxic or anything like that. Speaking of Toxic, we do have Toxic on Decidueye, which is our last Pokemon here. Max HP, Max Spadef, with a Yache Berry to take on the Manaphy with Giga Drain, Shadow Ball, Toxic, Roost. Pretty standard set there, I suppose. But yeah, it's going to be the squad, and we're going to go ahead and hop into the battle, so we'll be right back with that. Alright, so here we are with the game. And my opponent's chosen to bring the Cabalion, Manaphy, Gengar, Mega Aerodactyl, Raikou, and Volibee. So, very similar team to the team he brought last time, I'm pretty sure. Pretty much all the same outside of him having, instead of Swampert, he has the Volibee this time. So, he's got a Psychic switch in now, but Mega Alakazam can 2-hit KO Volibee with Focus Blast as long as I land, which is going to be the scary part. So, he's got two potential Stealth Rockers in Cabalion and Mega Aerodactyl. He may be tempted to go ahead and get those up. I'm thinking about leading off with Nidoqueen, but I'm wondering if that's just an obvious lead or not. So, I do want to get my rocks up, and that's what's going to be most important. Cabalion could be like air balloon, it could be Shukaberry, it could be magnet ride. We'll find out here. So I'm going to lead off with middle point, as my opponent leads off with the Volibee, actually. This is going to give me Stealth Rocks, unless he's faster than me. And he just goes for the knockoff. So that's fine. I'm going to click Ice Punch here, as my opponent just U-turns out. So knockoff, U-turn. He brought in the Manaphy hard. I'm going straight into my Decidueye. No games here. No games whatsoever. He's going to click Ice Beam here, or Sub-Zero Slammer. Either way, we will survive because of our Yachi Berry. Oh, he's packing the Shadow Ball. That's a nice tech there. That makes things extremely hard, and he has Life Orb as well. So let's just see if Suicune can actually survive this, or what we actually want to do here. I need to get my Calcs in first. It's very rare I go into games without Calcs up, but this is a playoff match, and maybe the nerves got to me a little bit. So let's just see here. Manaphy. Not in range of Alakazam here. And he's revealed Life Orb. I'm going to assume it has the Energy Ball. I cannot actually knock out my... Oh, it's at +3. I forgot to calculate that. +3, he actually does OHKO my Suicune. So, what we're going to do is actually go into Celesteela and see how much you take, and see how much does a So I'm going to go into Celesteela here, and I believe I'm going to click the Autotomize. I have a chance to live this. It has a very, very low chance to knock me out. Let's just make sure I'm reading this correctly. One, two, three, 4, 5 rows out of so he's got like a 33% chance to knock me out with my Celesteela. Celesteela will 100% put him in range of Mega Alakazam. I could go into Greninja and U-turn into Mega Alakazam. Let's see here, Greninja's U-turn does a minimum of 12% to an offensive Manaphy, which would put him at 66%, plus Life Orb would put him at 57%. Oh no, I clicked Alakazam by mistake. Maybe my opponent will allow me to take that back, I'm not sure. I definitely misclicked there. Dang. So let me check for outs here with no Mega Alakazam. Torrent boosted Choice Scarf Surf looks nice in the late game. The only bad thing is The only bad thing is, like, if I went Mega Zinc. So the only bad thing is if I'm not able to knock him out here, well, I guess I could just go into Greninja at that point. Let's spam Dark Pulse. So what I can do here is use, yeah. Greninja looks fine still. Greninja looks really fine still. So what I'm gonna do here is just quick side kick. Yeah, so I asked him in the chat if there's going to be any mercy or if he wants to keep playing. If he decides to keep playing, I'm just going to click Psychic here. If he shows me mercy, then I'm going to go back to my original plan. Chance my Celesteela living. I do have a high chance to live it. Live a Life Orb Scald, that is. If he has any kind of coverage for Celesteela, it would be a little bit different story. I do think Scald is the hardest attack he can hit me with, though. Very, very unfortunate there. I did not expect the Shadow Ball on the Manaphy, so that's really good prep on his part. So I've got like a really, really high chance to survive with my Celesteela and to be able to put pressure on the put a lot of pressure on the Manaphy by surviving it and then going in with Celesteela instead and then get the Z fly off. I'm gonna re-challenge him, so we'll be right back. Alright, so we've managed to recreate the battle with no hiccups or anything like that. I'm actually gonna check one thing real quick. My Nidoqueen is slightly higher HP, but that's the only difference. Being at 76 instead of 74. So, but here's the game now, and what I'm going to do is go into my Celesteela, and I click Z-Fly here. Or I click Autotomize first, in case he switches, fearing not being able to knock me out here. He might switch. So my play is to Autotomize. He's actually able to knock me out. Okay, so that's interesting. I think that means he's modest. It was a roll in his favor. 89 to 105. So it was a roll in his favor, and he got the roll there. So now my play is to scout for energy ball by going into my Greninja and doubling into I could spam Dark Pulse with Greninja. Maybe Assault Vest was the play. Oh, I was calcing Scald, and he's got Surf. So he had a much higher chance to knock me out with yeah. This wasn't even a roll. Okay, it was a roll, but it was heavily in his favor. 98 min. Yeah, okay. So, I'm trying to think of what I need. And I definitely need Nidoqueen around for the Raikou. Aerodactyl was handled really well by Suicune. Wild Greninja is really good. Yeah, I think I just have to go into my Greninja, U-turn out into my Alakazam. I have to hope I survive. I do not survive. Oh, I was calcing Mega Alakazam instead of regular. Wow, I'm just getting absolutely blown away here. So, U-turn did do 12 though, which gives me information that my Dark Pulse still cannot knock him out here. What was my Greninja? How much do I take from Surf? Okay, so Surf actually has a really high chance to knock me out. So what I was going to do is go into my Nidoqueen, bait the Surf, and let that put my Greninja in range of Torrent, and go from there. And knock this thing out with the Dark Pulse after another Life Orb. Recoil. Dang, I'm getting smacked here. I am not focused whatsoever. I blame the dab pins. Let's see here. I could go into Greninja and try to Dark Pulse flinch him, but who wants to win like that? So I think Suicune might be the best play. And you know what's going to be something else? You know what's really going to disgust me? If Suicune actually tanks the energy ball. I almost misclicked again. That is so ridiculous. To guarantee, since I'm losing a Mon on this turn anyway, to guarantee that I'm going to get the knockout, my play is to go into Greninja, U-turn out, and I guess I'm going to lose my Suicune. It's the least valuable, in my opinion. Is it not? Yeah, Suicune's the least valuable. Fuck. The reason I say fuck is because I meant to U-turn out there. You guys heard me say that. I meant to U-turn out. Thankfully, though, we're able to pick up the knockout there with Greninja. So he goes into the Volibee. I'm just going to hard switch into Nidoqueen. My opponent goes for the Roost. I'm going to be able to get Ice Punch damage off there. Just going to click Ice Punch again. No reason to click anything else. I can't freeze him because of Sheer Force's ability. But I can put him in range of I'm going to go into Greninja actually. And I'm going to click Ice Beam a couple times. No, I'm going to click Surf so nothing can come in. And it gives me an idea of how much damage I'll be done. Oh, for some reason I didn't consider knockoff either. I didn't consider knockoff, and for that reason, he was able to get rid of my Choice Scarf. So now I just lose to Aerodactyl. I'm pretty sure that's the case. So he's going to U-turn out here, go into his Aerodactyl. Knock me out. I've never been more prepared for a match and then come into it and play so poorly, in my opinion. So I went for the Surf there, got some nice damage off. Might be able to save a little bit of differential here. My opponent seems to maybe to be locked into close combat there. Gonna be able to pick up the knockout with the Earthquake, and he's gonna be able to go into anything basically except for the Volibee. Well, even the Volibee could knock me out. More than likely is a Hidden Power Ice or Extra Sensory. Does reveal the Extra Sensory. So yeah, it's going to be game. We're going to lose our playoff match to Slayer, coach of the San Antonio Espurrs. Of course, by tradition, whoever beats us in the playoff, we do cheer for them throughout the remainder of playoffs. I'm not even sure who's remaining in playoffs, but definitely going to try to catch the finals match whenever it comes around, catch it live and record it, things like that. Completely disgusted. I played like this early in the season, and I thought I had shaken that off fairly well. Perhaps if I had I got the roll with Celesteela, or if it was a roll on Decidueye, I'm not even sure if it was. I'm going to calc that real quick. He was packing the Shadow Ball. Well, it was actually a roll, so that's insane too, to think he got the mid to high rolls on both the +3 Shadow Ball on my Decidueye and the +3 Surf on my Celesteela. And on my Alakazam, he got the roll as well to be able to knock me out with the Energy Ball. Almost through at the end too. Had Dark Pulse not picked off the Manaphy when it did. That would have been so completely embarrassing. As my plan was to go into Greninja and U-turn for the extra chip, and had I not got that extra 2% on the roll, I would have been absolutely torn up. I'm still kind of torn up, not because of the game. The game was actually hacks free, which was fantastic, and I'm just like, I prepared so much for this match. Like, I rewatched a replay 1,000 times. I came up with 1,000 possible ways for him to try to counter my Mega Alakazam. I almost even ran Zap Cannon, which was pretty cool. I ran a lot of bulk on my Mega Alakazam, a little bit less speed to avoid speed ties with Aerodactyl, so that things like Pursuit wouldn't knock me out, especially if I stayed in. That's not even a 3-hit KO if I stay in every time, which is insane. Greninja's speed creeping was phenomenal this match too. Oh man, I feel so bad that I didn't get to show like any of the work or prep. And he literally got, like I said, 3 rolls in which I could have survived and got, critical damage off. Had I got Giga Drain damage off, first of all, he would have put me in overgrow range, and my Giga Drains would have done significantly more damage to him. That plus Life Orb Recoil, plus the following turn's Life Orb Recoil, where he don't knock me out the first turn, but he knocks me out the second turn. That's 19% Life Orb Recoil plus an Overgrow boosted Giga Drain damage. Most certainly would be in the range of Mega Alakazam at that point, and I just go in there and click that. Had I survived the Decidueye, with Decidueye, excuse me. With Celesteela, kind of the same thing there. Had I been able to survive, I would have got much needed chip damage off versus the Manaphy. And had it like not had any kind of bulk investment, I would have potentially been able to knock it out with Z-Fly, and I wouldn't even have lost a second month, which would have been fantastic as well. But that's the game of Pokemon though. Very unfortunate that my first run in the farm ends in a playoff manner like this. I would have much rather have went out, like, I don't mind Slayer beating me, but I would have much rather put up a tougher contest for any opponent, especially in the playoffs. But yeah, that's going to be it. Let me know what you guys think about the prepping the plays on both sides of the field. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.